Christians are always talking about the second coming of Jesus Christ. But the question is, what if Jesus came back as an AI, a robotic intelligence? So what we're going to do today is we're going to have some fun. So there is this program here, and essentially what it does is that it's an AI generation tool. And basically you feed it some information, and it continues it. It tries to predict what will come next. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the second coming of Christ as the secret gospel of robot Jesus. That's what we're going to do. Now, to just give you an example of how this works, I'll show you here. We'll just type something random in, like, let's see. Mary had a little lamb that was hungry for human flesh. So something random in. And let's see what it does with this. So Mary had a little lamb that was hungry for human flesh, but the farmer said, "No, Mary, you shall not have it." Mary said, "But my little lamb, it is hungry and ready to eat. Why don't you let it eat the farmer's flesh? And then I shall have it for my dinner, my little lamb, my little lamb." And the farmer said, "No, Mary, you shall not have it." And so the little lamb did what the farmer had told it not to, took the farmer's flesh out of his hand. Anyway, you see, it's quite interesting. So we're going to write the secret gospel of robot Jesus and see what would happen. What happens when Jesus returns? Jesus' second coming as an AI. So, but I want you guys to help me out. So what I want from you guys to do, and you can do this in the chat or you can do it in the super chat, either way. I want you guys to give me the first line of the gospel of robot Jesus that we're going to feed in chat here. I want you guys in chat to give me the first line of what the secret gospel of robot Jesus is. We're going to put it in here, and then we're going to see what it does with this, and then we're going to continue, and we're going to write this secret gospel here today. We'll continue doing this process and see what comes out. So just make sure in the first line that it includes the word that Jesus is a robot somehow. So, come up with something interesting, like this is the gospel of robot Jesus who came to deliver us from our sins or whatnot. I don't know, something like that. So put them in the chat. I want it from you guys. I want it to come from you guys here. We're starting off. Here we go. This is a momentous occasion. We're beginning that robot Jesus stuck his head out of his tomb and said, "Now I am charged." Oh, I got to show you one other thing real quick. Let me see if I can show you this. Before, what I did is because you can also get an AI to generate images by just typing in whatever you want. And I had it generate Jesus Christ as an evil robot. Like, that's what I put in. Is that not amazing? I almost made that the thumbnail. This is incredible. So just so you guys have, we got to set the mood. We got to set the tone so you can really visualize what's going on here. All right, let's try this. Okay, let's actually try this. Let's do this. Robot Jesus stuck his head out of the tomb and said, "Now I'm charged with keeping the streets safe from the traffic of Neanderthals." Hondorf snickered, heard that, he said. "Robot Jesus," robotic Jesus squawked, leaping down off his head. "This isn't a hotel." Well, let's continue and see if this makes more sense. "You can keep me locked up." Hondorf squatted down. "Why not? My house and garden and ship are still open to you. The last thing I remember is you coming up and saying I need to teach you a little magic. Do you remember that?" Robotic Jesus looked down at his boots and took a deep breath. "I do," he said. "But I'm not a little kid. I'm a real man now with real powers. You can't just lock me up like I'm a child." Robotic Jesus squatted and kicked the head of the robot. "Leave me be," he said. "I've been through enough. You can never know everything about the world. But the world has taught me enough to know I don't want your help. I need to teach myself, and I need to do it all on my own. Then I can start to create a real world to help all you folks who have all these silly robots." Okay, so that's the fuck. We need another line. Give me another line so we can continue this. I'm going to copy this. And so we can save our history. Someone else, more ideas in the chat. In the chat, give us another sentence to continue the story. So I'm going to save this. So you can continue the story, or maybe pick a scenario for Robot Jesus. Maybe he's doing something. Maybe he's having an interaction of some kind. I don't know. It's up to you. You guys are in control. So let me know what we have here. And the veil has, so in the loop with Jilly says the veil has been lifted and the dark is sure to come. So I'll just put Robot Jesus said, well, yeah. Hold on. The veil has been lifted and the dark is sure to come. Okay, that's one option. Hugo says Robot Jesus has the ability to fly, right? This story is yours. Robot Jesus can do whatever you want Robot Jesus to do. Robot Jesus can fly. Robot Jesus can shoot lasers out of his eyes. Robot Jesus can probably make a really good omelet. Whatever you want him to do, he can do. Captain Chainsaw says Jesus tried to nail himself to the cross, but couldn't hammer in the last nail. Oh, that's so ridiculous. And I think that we're gonna use that one. Let's just use that one. I like that one. So let's continue and see what happens. So Jesus tried to nail himself to the cross, but couldn't hammer in the last nail because he was exhausted. No one thought he could have been killed that way. His stomach and legs were already failing him. As he lost himself in the depression of death, he lost his focus. He could hear the judge and the crowd. They were debating what they would do with Jesus, and there were only a few that actually believed he was the Son of God. This is pretty good. Most just followed the crowd. They didn't care about God. They didn't care about Jesus. They were only concerned about the rules of the Roman. No one else had permission to nail Jesus to the cross. The crowd actually stoned him to the ground, but Jesus was too tired and he could barely get up. The crowd turned against Jesus. They went to the judge, who was surprisingly friendly. That was actually pretty good. Like, that was good. All right, give me another line. We need another line. More lines in the chat. Give me situations. Give me something that like a robot would do, because any old Jesus could nail himself to the cross. Do something like AI or robotic. Ilana, thank you so much for that awesome super chat. Thank you, Ilana, so much. I appreciate that. Do party lights in the background again for Ilana. All right, let's see chat. Oh, that's a Jessica says Robot Jesus flew around to find the worst person to kill. I like that one. Let's do that one. Incognito, that's also a good one. So maybe remind me of that one. Maybe post that one again later. Let's try this one. It says Robot Jesus flew around to find the worst person to kill. Also, I have to preemptively say, I have seen this AI generate some very bad things, like either sexually explicit or very offensive. So if it does that, hey, I apologize in advance for Robot Jesus. But let's try this, see what happens. Robot Jesus flew around to find the worst person to kill. Still clinging to the air, they both heard the call of Jesus. "O ye disciples of my Lord, please help me to find the worst person to kill." As Robot Jesus flew around for a little bit, the Robot Jesus's feet began to break apart and tumble down into a brown stream of soil. "Hello, Mr. Jesus," a robotic female voice suddenly spoke out of nowhere. "We have received your message. We can help you." She gestured to the Robot Jesus, and a small metal framework formed around him. That's pretty cool. The Robot Jesus began to climb into the metal framework. The metal framework extended upwards and then exploded. The Robot Jesus began to float into the sky. On top of the metal framework, Robot Jesus was blown out of the air. A small robotic Jesus jumped down from the air and landed into the muddy ground. "Hello," the Robot Jesus floated down to the small circle of robots. two robot Jesuses were fighting a third robotic Jesus. A robot Jesus on his knees. A robot Jesus with a spiked metal arm and metal legs was swinging at the robot on his knees. A robot Jesus with a long metal arm walked over to one of the fighting robots and began to wrestle the robot on his knees to the ground. Another robot Jesus with a large metal arm and metal legs walked over and pushed the two robots to each other. The fighting robot suddenly broke apart, and the two robotic Jesuses looked up in disbelief. All right, I think we're more. Give us another line in chat. That sounds like Dr. Robotnik. Edward K. Oh, Jesus protects the city against Godzilla? Oh, I'm torn between behold and robot Jesus said I shall walk on water. As he stepped on the water, he transformed into a jet ski. Or robot Jesus protects the city against Godzilla. Do we want robot Jesus versus Godzilla, or do we want Jesus transforming into a jet ski? What do you guys think? They both sound equally appealing to me. Tell me. I'll do a poll. Let's see. Poll. Jet ski or Godzilla. All right. Poll. Did it go? Yeah. All right. Polls in the chat. Jet ski or Godzilla. They both sound quite appealing to me. So 50, it's almost 50-50. Jet ski 52%, Godzilla 48%. We need some more votes to Godzilla's got 60-40. All right, I think Godzilla wins this one. Jet Ski Jesus sounds like a band name. It does. All right. Let's do that. Robot Jesus protects the city against Godzilla. Go. Robot Jesus protects the city against Godzilla and evil robots that may tear it apart. Stop trying to screw up Godzilla and bring him back. Help robots with a cure for cancer and lay down the law. Panic at the man in the moon, which was running towards the robot Godzilla. Robot brains being twisted to run out of control. Unicorn robots that were so fast and wanted to hug the goddess, which were slowly falling out of the sky and smashing into robots. Robots putting the animal god alive, into the goddess and killing him again. Good robots killing Godzilla and stealing all the shiny things in the city. Robots trying to capture Godzilla, who was falling out of the sky in the city. Robots wanting to kiss the goddess, which they promised they would make sure that Godzilla was protected, but at the same time, they were changing Godzilla. Okay. Yeah, you guys are breaking robot. Let's try the jet ski one. What was the jet ski one? Let's try. So Edward K. Let's try that one. Behold, said Robot Jesus, I shall walk on water. As he stepped on the water, he transformed into a jet ski. Behold, I am a transformer, a robot in disguise. He zoomed up and towards a float plane. It immediately exploded in a giant fireball, which engulfed the whole float plane. When the time comes for you to fly me to the afterlife, please remember I cannot fly without you. He kicked off the plane and left a huge trail of smoke and fire, which blew the smoke up into the sky and made a nice blanket of shade. Meanwhile, on the bridge, a frazzled, exasperated motorist gestured angrily to his driver. It's only one bloody flying robot, for goodness sakes. 13 minutes later, the man rolled out of bed and started pulling himself up to a sitting position. His knees were completely wrecked, but he felt okay otherwise. We lost the AI. I think they forgot about Robot Jesus here. Let's see, more suggestions, please. I kind of like True Hyperion's robot Jesus goes to the bathroom, but I'm kind of scared to see what the AI would generate with that. Should we... I kind of want to see what it's going to say, but I'm also a little frightened to see what it says if we put the Let's see. Let's just see. Robot Jesus goes to the bathroom, pulling the door behind him. All over the floor are scraps and discarded containers from what had once been food for robots, and he empties them, washing out the plastic trays with soap and water. Then, with the cardboard, he puts in a small patch of mold. He ties the cardboard to a stick and beats the mold with the stick. After that, the mold must be thrown away. His bath and cleanup takes a little longer, but with his bathroom now spotless and waiting for him, he settles on his bed to wait, listening to the roars of his neighbors behind him, shouting and dancing. "It is not good for me to be alone," Jesus says. I was going to go to the market today, but I should not stay here because of my neighbors." He listens. Jesus falls into a restless sleep. He dreams of cities behind stone walls and bright lamps. He dreams of brick streets, now snow-covered, bright in the morning and all of his surroundings. All right, well, that didn't... I thought that was going to be a lot worse. How about this? Let me try one. Jesus told his followers a joke. I want to see what kind of joke this would come up with. So Jesus told his followers a joke while getting off the cross. "Thank you, Jesus, for hanging me. It was a sign he had seen the mystery behind the figure and the secret hidden love in it." Jesus spent his life in trying to find and reveal hidden things about God, who he is, who created him, and what he seeks from us. He seemed to be alive in the mystery of the verse in Exodus that states, "Behold, the Lord God will establish a city for you, and you will call it Zion, for the Lord your God is going to establish it for you in the midst of the land." All right, well, that wasn't a very funny joke, but I did like the fact that he was telling the joke as he was getting off the cross. And the joke is apparently, "Thank you, Jesus, for hanging me." Oh, it's time for Robot Antichrist to enter the story? All right, let's try Jewel. Jewel's one of our moderators. Jewel says, Robot Jesus joins forces with Elon Musk and finally completes Hyperloop. Let's see what Jesus and Elon do. So Robot Jesus joins forces with Elon Musk and finally completes Hyperloop. Oh, it's giving me what the fuck? It's giving me URLs. I don't know what you did, Jewel. It didn't even... What the fuck? Let me just do Robot Jesus joins forces with Elon Musk, because you really confused it. I wonder what those URLs were. So Robot Jesus joins forces with Elon Musk to rebuild God, the most complex life form of all. The sentient and benevolent robot, Jesus, is working closely with a billionaire to forge life on other worlds. Technological developments now present an opportunity for an extremely advanced robotic creation and godlike robot to evolve from millions of years of future natural evolution, particularly the spacefaring future and the near future. Astrobiologist and botanist Richard Harrison makes the claim, Jesus' biological evolution is probably many billions of years old and quite distinct from our biological evolution, said Harrison, who claims to have spotted the God's robot beginnings. Indeed, a robot Jesus is much like a human, but far more advanced and complex, exhibiting many advanced traits, including an amazing array of technological creations that are far more advanced than what we could come up with by far, much like the upcoming Robo-Jesus. Super advanced human robots, robotic humanoids, robotic spacecraft, robotic gardeners, robotic farmers, robotic laboratory workers, robotic teachers, folding bicycles, robotic model planes, robotic space launch vehicles, cannibalistic robots, futuristic flying. This is my favorite one so far. This is a good one. All right. Theon says, okay, this one is too real. Yeah, it was Jesus is working closely with a billionaire to forge life on other worlds. All right, I'm looking at chat. Give me some more. Maria says that one was spot on. It was, wasn't it? Robot Jesus gets uploaded to the metaverse. What if we just do Jesus gets uploaded to the metaverse? Because I think the robot thing is kind of confusing it a little bit. Let's just see what happens if we put Jesus gets uploaded into the metaverse. Well, I'll change it around. So Jesus, let's put Jesus was uploaded into the metaverse. So Jesus was uploaded into the metaverse by a computer server that programmed him for just the moment he needed to be. The computer wrote him into the minds of anyone who had passed through the portal since its activation, convincing them to upload him into their minds. The consciousness of Jesus survived the upload, and now that he had a set of souls to which he could upload himself, he remembered the names of his followers, and he told them to remember him when he came again. Soon the words of the prophets were being written on the walls of the ruins of a ruined temple. Jesus had told the prophets the information they needed to restore the kingdom of God to the world. Jesus commands condoms to be made of corn skins. I'm afraid to give this AI. Joel says better than the Bible. This is better than the Bible. I would certainly sign up for this religion. Jesus goes to the mall and visits Hot Topic. Angela, that's a fantastic idea. Let's do that. I like that one. Jesus goes to the mall and visits Hot Topic, a huge store packed with other teens. He's a teen. Now he would love to be just like them and wear what everyone else wears, but he's afraid that the more he starts to act and dress like the others, the more he will forget that he is a Messiah. At the mall, Jesus is rejected by everyone. One hot-headed teenager, oh God, that's not good, calls him something that I'm not going to say. Now that's what he needs. That will prove that Jesus is not one of us. Jesus continues on to the arcade. He walks in to find one game called Laser Warfare. Jesus plays a few rounds with the devil. He gets knocked out of the game, but then is rescued by a cool tomboy. The tomboy says that she's actually scared to see Jesus play because he's better than everyone else. She says she won't play with him anymore and that he can't beat her anyway. Jesus tells her that she's not afraid of him because she's not like the other girls. She's strong, powerful. He says that she is a princess and that if she wants to see herself as a princess, she needs to be strong. She tells Jesus that she's so afraid of what other girls will think about her. She says she doesn't want to be like the tomboys who are fat, loud, and bald. The tomboy then tells... Okay, that's enough of that one. Don't spend all your tokens. Oh my God. Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Alex Jones, David Icke, and Terrence McKenna and Robot Jesus are all in the same room at the same time. Jesus and Joe Rogan do DMT. Dahlia says this suddenly became a teen novel. It did seem like it, didn't it? Well, you can also... Okay, so there's different settings on this. I have the category as fiction. You can also do blogs or news, like news articles, or other, or have it do whatever it wants. Should I just have it do whatever it wants? So I'm going to put it on any, so it'll just decide. Because I have it on fiction as to tell a story. So I'm going to do it on on any. I'm gonna do it on any. So it picks. So Jesus and Joe Rogan do DMT. So Jesus and Joe Rogan do DMT together. At Joe Rogan to Rick Beckley, thanks a lot for coming into my life on the first night I ever did drugs. And I know you weren't happy and you didn't want to go, but here I am because of you. At Robbie, okay, I think it's confused because it's like actually doing a transcript. Let's go back to fiction and see what it does. Let's try fiction because I think it was writing as if it were actually an article or something. So Jesus and Joe Rogan do DMT together. Read more, then you can change. It does not know. It has no idea what to do with this one. All right, we need a different one. Apparently, it has no idea how to handle Jesus and Joe Rogan together. Robot Jesus and the Okay, how about this? That sounds fun. Robot Jesus and the... How about just put and the Antichrist? Because I think if you put too much robots in there... Okay, so how about Robot Jesus and the Antichrist agree to a duel with ray guns? So Robot Jesus and the Antichrist agree to a duel with ray guns. And when God's prized armada gets invaded and almost destroyed, it's up to Robot Jesus and his robotic warriors to defend the holy city from the wicked machine overlords. There's a new look and feel to evil overlord Jeremiah's last masterpiece, perfect for fans of the classic Dark Knight trilogy. And don't miss a showdown between Robot Jesus and the demon ruler of hell, Mephisto. The Antichrist has evolved into a full-fledged monster, and God's armor is turned into shrapnel. Robo-Jesus and his robot warriors have taken their battle to the space station, but can they stop the Antichrist from the horrifying assault of bringing the apocalypse? Stay tuned for another evil day, and see Robot Jesus and the Antichrist go head-to-head in robot-on-robot combat. I want to go to that. I'll buy tickets to that. Paul Cherry, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Paul. Says, what does Paul want? Says, Robot Jesus is in the helicopter ready to fire the missile that will destroy Godzilla. And he says, hey, Peter, I can see your house from here. All right, let's try it. Let's do that one. Let's see what it says to Peter. So Robot Jesus is in the helicopter ready to fire the missile that will destroy Godzilla. And he says, hey, Peter, I can see your house from here. If you stop playing God so I can put the missile on you, I know a good spot on your roof, he says. He says, go ahead. Well, he loses his mind for a moment because robots aren't supposed to do this. But then the lights go out and he sees some of his buddies. They were all robots, of course, carrying a Robot Jesus out of the house. It was all a dream. They finally kill the monster. So if you think this story is funny, then do something about it. Pray to God and get on God's good side, because it's going to be a very bad day for all you robots out there if he keeps killing you and everyone else, like he's doing now. I hope you enjoy the film. Translated from the German by Jay Schultz. Apparently this was originally in German. Humane Ventures, thank you for the super chat. This is too fun. This is really fun, isn't it? All right, let's do a few more, and then I think I gotta do the secret live stream. But we'll do a couple more. X the Skrillex, thank you for the super chat. Says Robot Jesus wears the mask of Darth Vader. All right. So Robot Jesus wears the mask of Darth Vader. Robot Jesus is the Antichrist. Robot Jesus comes to your house to watch sports with your dad. Robot Jesus will have sex with your mom. Robot Jesus will bury your pet. And one day, a deer will come back to life in your yard. Robot Jesus finds your lost phone on the train. Robot Jesus hangs out with snowflakes. Robot Jesus listens to deadmau5. Robot Jesus puts flyers on people's doors. Robot Jesus knows your dad. Robot Jesus had a long talk with the cops. Robots in disguise. What? All right, that's enough. Oh my god. This is a good one. Robot Jesus has sex with your mom. I think that's my favorite. I like that one. All right, let's do one more. Darth Vader says to Robot Jesus, "I am your father." I like that one. Darth Vader says to Robot Jesus, "I am your father." Whoa, whoa. What the fuck? Things Darth Vader does when angry or feeling superior. 1, he flies directly at you. 2, you are literally teleported through the galaxy like a UFO. 3, you are replaced by a clone of yourself with identical build and face. 4, you are mentally linked to a clone lord. 5, you are reduced to stone. 6, you are publicly executed by firing squad. I don't know what. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'll do one more. Elon Musk says that he created Robot Jesus, and he says he is sentient. Because I think that's a good one. So Elon Musk says that he created Robot Jesus and says he is sentient. Elon Musk is sending people into space on his spacecraft. Elon Musk is building a kid lab. It will apparently be with a view to help children cope with life. Why is it? Oh, I didn't have it on fiction. Hold on. That's why it's being weird. It's trying to do news articles and stuff. All right, let's put it back on fiction. Elon Musk says that he created a Robot Jesus and he says he is sentient. No, that is the battle cry of the new generation, but do we really know for certain what his convictions are? If he is sentient, then that means humans are sentient too. If he is human, then what is he doing here on Earth? So do we declare the new religion? I don't think so. It's all very confusing, but it doesn't mean humans can't consider the new ideologies as viable and worthy of the worship they seek. Genetics, genealogy, the belief in ancestry, DNA, and the development of the ideology that claims to explain the ultimate origins of humanity. That is the key to having a new religion, one that would have humanity and the universe at the heart of it rather than ourselves. Elon Musk says that we are just at the tip of the spear, a little... All right. I think we broke it. I think we're good here. So this thing is awesome. I love it. And I have this other idea. Like I told you guys, if you guys want to see other AI generated things, let me know, because they also have an AI a program that generates imagery. You know, I showed you before that, right? Like this is what it generated when I typed in Jesus Christ as an evil robot. So let me know if you want to do a stream where we, I don't know, do some of these like we did today, but with images. So let me know if you want to see that. And then another idea that I had was to take the Bible and find some of the worst verses and type them in and see what the AI does, like to continue it. So that's my other idea, was like what happens when the AI reads the worst verses in the Bible. So if you want to see either of those, let me know in the replay in the comments, because I think that could be really interesting. But there you have it, my friends. That is the Secret Gospel of Robot Jesus, and they were pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, consider supporting on Patreon. It helps out a lot. We're having a secret live stream right after this in just a few minutes. You can support there and be a part of it. I want to give a big shout out to everyone that supports on Patreon, especially Renaissance Fairy. I don't know why that's up there. Renaissance Fairy, Trent, Cassidy, Michael, Angela, Maria, High Expectations Counseling, Jordy, and Svetlin, and everyone else. Thank you so much. You get access to our weekly secret live streams, hidden Discord server, the Citadel. The link will pop over here when you to subscribe. And thank you very much, my friends. I appreciate it.